I'm trying to get to you. Yeah, I'm trying to get to you. I wanna get to you, cause I gotta get to you. I would climb 1,000 mountains, swim across the darkest ocean, cause I'm trying to get to you. Yeah, I'm trying to get to you. I wanna get to you, cause I gotta get to you. I gotta get to you.
Happy Wednesday, all.
Through all of this, you told me that you loved me so much, but now we're here, and I can barely breathe. Inside my head, I pulled apart all the pieces to only see I've always wanted you. So let's take this time to feel it all, no lies, 'cause if we don't, the fight will eat the life. Stuck in self-destruct, and we can't wake up. Don't wanna give it away. You make me give it away. Don't eat the love alive. Don't eat the love alive. Don't eat the love alive. I know we're scared, and every day feels like a bad day. My biggest fear is you will walk away. The battle's here, and I'm standing in the fire. So take my hand, and we will stay alive. So let's take this time to feel it all, no lies, 'cause if we don't, the fight will eat the love alive. Stuck in self-destruct, and
Perfect timing. How we doing, everyone? We're doing good? We're doing good? Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is March 22nd, 2023, episode 87 of Myles Dyer Live. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you are watching on replay, don't worry. It's nice to see you as well. Consider yourself a wonderful echo. Always love reading the comments afterwards. But of course, if you get to tune in when we're here live, you get to be a part of the live chat and lots of wonderful people. So hello. Myles Dyer Live, because my name is Myles Dyer and I am live. Live, anything you want to do with live. And every week we deal with all sorts of topics. Sometimes it's the funny, maybe quizzes, pop culture, games, movies, you name it. And other times we go a bit more serious. Maybe we're talking about world events, life hacks, mental health and well-being. But the important thing is we get to hang out, and it's a wonderful part of hump day. Middle of the week keeps us cruising as we're going along with things. And yeah, today is all about Chat GPT, because the fourth edition of it, if I can call it that, has just come out. And so I know that many of you out there know about it. Maybe you've tried it a little bit, or maybe actually it doesn't appeal to you. And I hope that today I've organised a nice little tutorial about Chat GPT with some prompt examples, because it's all about giving prompts. And by the end of this hour, hopefully you'll be like, actually, I want to go and give it a go, because the truth is, it is an incredible tool. Now, there are limitations with it. There are things to be mindful of. There seems to be a lot of polarized conversation online. Some people are in the camp of it's the best thing ever. It's going to take over all of our jobs, yada, yada, yada. And then there are other people that go, oh, it's trash. It's just AI. It's flawed. It's not as good as human beings. And the truth is, this AI, artificial intelligence technology, combined with human ingenuity, is an amazing combination. And so I really look forward to going through that with you today. But first, just a bit of housekeeping. If you are watching, do hit the like button. And if you are new, welcome. Say hello in the chat. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to say hello to all the regulars anyway. But yeah, do hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified about all future shows, which are every Wednesday. But also I do Let's Plays at the weekend. And this coming weekend on Saturday, I am going to be live streaming Demio. And yes, that is an AI representation of me as some warrior. I will be venturing the dungeons of Demio, this brilliant tabletop game. I've got the box behind me that I showed on a previous live stream. But yeah, really looking forward to it. It's going to be really chilled. I hope to see you there. It is actually up and scheduled already. So if you go to my channel, to the live section, you can schedule and click notify, so you get a notification if you have a YouTube app on your phone. And I've actually been proactive and scheduled next week's live show anyway, because it's going to be the last Wednesday of the month, which means next week is going to be a Q&A, just a casual hangout. It should be really good. That will be a lot of fun, because we didn't actually have one last month due to the fact that it was my birthday, and we had a wonderful guest on from Better Than Life Immersive Studios about their game Kayak VR, which will be a Let's Play in the not too distant future. But there are so many games. Just want to say hello to all the people in the chat. We got Karina, we got Mojo, we got Callie Timecat, we got Siago Guitarist, we got James Moore, we got Canuck Tunes, we've got so many Snacks, pleased Game Cat. Who else we got here? We got DCFC, hello. We got Jackball TV. Thank you. Always appreciate it when you join me. Just a few more things before we get to the main topic, because something I am very mindful of, and I was thinking about it when I was in a flotation tank in the past week, was how to make this live show more concise, a little less flabby on the intro, especially with my Let's Plays, because it's a difficult dynamic that, I go live and I have a VR headset on, but then I need to not have it on because I need to read the screen and get it all set up. But I find that sometimes I just need to get on with the live show, maybe not have a countdown, just go live when I'm ready, do a really short intro and get straight into the VR game, just so it's a bit better for those that are watching on replay. But I do think the 10-minute countdown on this Wednesday show is still great. And for those that weren't aware, I used to trim it off post live show, but what it meant was the live chat then got deleted by YouTube, and we agreed together that it's better to keep the live chat there. So that is that. Speaking of live streaming VR, I have invested in a ring light downstairs, which I did use for last Saturday's live stream. That has served me well. I've now got a stand for it. But also, I reached out to a company that makes VR mats. And what are VR mats? Well, they're effectively mats on the floor that you stand on, and it means that you can have a sense of where you are, because when I've got a VR headset on, I want to make sure I'm on camera. And Murdoch Industrial, who are the creators of this product, I got in contact with them, and they wanted to support me as a creator, and so they sent me one, and I was able to get it custom made, 42 inches in diameter, and I got to have a custom design on it. So what design did I go for? Game Cats, you're going to like this, because this was the design. Here we go. So I've got my ring light there, and then this was the design. Look at that. And as you will see, it has a little button in the middle. It also has a button on the far side, a smaller one, and that is so that when I'm standing on it, where my foot is, I can feel when it's in the middle. So obviously you'll feel when you're standing on the hard floor, but then at least you know where you're going to be orientated. So the smaller button that's on the far side, that will be the opposite direction to where the camera is. So it's going to be really, really great. And they actually said, you know, don't have to talk about it or us, but they were really, really helpful. I actually reached out because I was just liking their products, and they're based in Ohio. But yeah, Murdoch Industrial, they do a lot of different products, but this is one of them. And this is what I will be standing on with the PSVR Without Parole logo, which I absolutely love. So I will get details and put it, so if other people want it for their VR setups, they've got it in all shapes and sizes. And also it's really comfortable on the feet, because although I wear slippers, it's nice to actually take the slippers off and then stand on not a hard floor. Was really, really happy about that. So thank you to them. And then 2 more things. Last week we tried a new game. Was it last week we tried? We tried the puzzle, where I created a puzzle of the thumbnail for this episode. But there were a couple of issues. Issue number 1 was that you had to have the image to be able to participate in it, which seemed a bit strange. And also there was a limit of how many players could do it. I actually stayed on after the live show to complete it. But we're trying a different website, and it's a different sort of puzzle. It's where you've got tiles and you've got to switch them around. But here we are. And if you want to play along with this, there is a link that is in the chat. It should be pinned, but if not, I will link it now. You just go to bit.ly.com, bit.ly/MDL for Myles Dyer Live, all in capitals, and then lowercase puzzle 87. And you just basically click on and then move it, and then that's how you can swap things around there. So, that's definitely good. I can't remember how many pieces it is. There's 389 pieces. So my challenge to you is, as we go through the show, in the next 50 minutes, can we complete this? I mean, this bottom left corner has been done very, very well. And I think if I click here, there are quite a few players here that have already jumped in. So give it a go. Let me know how it gets on. If there are issues in the chat, let me know, because every week we're just going to give it a go more and more until we get it right. Because I do like the idea that as you're listening to the show and tuning in, you can get active with a puzzle. And of course, for those that aren't sure what the image is, it is of the thumbnail of this video. It seems like a cool way of doing it each week. Each week we've got a puzzle, which is the thumbnail. So you should get really good at doing the Myles Dyer live bit. But the rest of it could be quite tricky. So, I'm not going to have it on screen the entire time. But, Let's see how you get on. I've got it here, so I will be able to see it. Hey Stingray, welcome, and I always love it when people join in. And for any Game Cats that have just joined, you just missed the Game Cat surprise, but you can just rewind a little bit to see what that was. Finally, before we get onto the main topic, I have been very interested in looking at ways to boost my focus, my mental health and well-being, just have a bit more energy in the day. And there are a couple of things that I've tried. One of them I've failed, but that's okay because I'm going to keep trying. One of them is that I don't drink caffeine for 90 minutes. So what you do is you let your body naturally wake up, and then after about 90 minutes, you boost it with caffeine. Because otherwise, when you wake up and you're using caffeine, your caffeine is just riding with your natural waking up, and so you don't get the benefits and you crash sooner. Secondly, the thing that I've been failing on is you should get about 30 minutes exposure to sunshine right at the start of the day. But normally for me, I'm getting out of bed and I'm just getting ready for work, even though it's in here, you know. And I do go for a long walk for about 50 minutes every lunchtime, so I get sunshine then. But it's better right at the start of the day. And being in front of a massive window with light, that's not the same because UVs don't go through the glass in a window. So that's the second thing and something I need to work more on. Well, finally, and coffee is the elixir of life. Yeah, but you can still do it. Just try it after 90 minutes, and it's even more of a treat. Callie says, "You seem better this week, Myles. Are you recovered?" I am. For those that don't know, I thought I was burnt out. I think I might have just been really unwell. But also, my boiler was broken, and I got it fixed on Monday of this week, just as I started the third thing, which was exposure to cold. Now this, I've known about it for about half a year now. I mean, I've known about it for a long time, but like I've actually been looking into it the last half year, and I can't think of anything worse. And it's, you start your day with a cold shower, and the thought of a cold shower, can't think of anything worse. I love hot showers. And basically, the way it works is if it's a question of how cold enough that you want to get out of it. And I've actually now done it 4 days in a row, although today I decided, because I woke up quite cold, Wednesdays will be my break. So I had a hot shower, but then I switched it to cold. But the 3 previous days, I've put it on cold, and I've gone in, and you are like, you want to get out for like 5-10 seconds, and then because your body reacts to it, I'm like, is the water getting warmer? And it's like, no, because all of your blood vessels are constricting, coming to the surface. Yeah, from the researchers that I've seen talking about it, 11 minutes cold exposure a week is good. And my goodness, it makes you feel so much more awake. It's good for your metabolism. It just makes you have a lot more energy. Whereas I guess with, warm showers are nice, but warm is always about like cozy and, probably makes you sleepy. I feel amazing because of it. And as someone who would never do cold showers, I would actually recommend it. It sounds like you're getting into the Wim Hof stuff, Myles. It's just trying things, and it's been doing really, really good. And it does help with energy saving as well. Yeah, I know. As soon as I thought of cold showers, I thought, you love cold showers. The joys of being a woman. I'm 24/7 hot, so it's nice to get cooled down. Well, that's fair enough as well. Right. So with all that said, I think that covers everything. Cold showers, my new VR mat, and setup. Yeah. Today's puzzle. I'm just having a quick look to see how everyone's doing on the puzzle. Yeah, it's doing all right. Wow, actually, let's have a look here. Look, the puzzle already doing good. So yeah, get involved. We've got quite a few players here. It does say an hour in the top right because that's when I started it. But if it gets completed, these actually rank higher on the front page so other people will get to play it, which will be an interesting way of promoting the show. Right. So I was running a poll in the chat about Chat GPT, and I was asking the simple question. I did a bit more of a detailed one on my YouTube, which was have you used GPT before? Let's just have a look at the one in the chat. I'm going to end it now. Andrew Huberman, that is it. Yeah. Andrew Huberman, amazing. I've been listening for quite a while now. Really, really good. So here are the results. 34 of you spoke out. Have you used Chat GPT? 55% say no, 38% say yes, and 5% say chat what? Chat what? Which is cool, which is interesting to see. And then if I quickly go to the poll that was on my channel, there's been a few more votes here. This was a bit more detailed. Whoa, that's punched it right up. Here we go. So 117 voted here. So 17% say, yes, I love it. 18% said, yes, but I'm still getting the hang of it. Yes, it's not for me, and that's fair enough. Although maybe today you'll have your mind changed. No, but I'm interested in learning more, and no, it doesn't interest me. Those people that it doesn't interest, I hope I can win you over, because Chat GPT, I think there's a lot of fanfare about it and loads of hype, which is understandable, and I was super excited about it when it first came out. But there are really interesting things you can do with it. And so in the next 40 minutes, I've actually got queued up some slides. Let's bring them up now. Let's have a look here. Got some slides here. Oh, this is me. Ready? This is the board I've made. So trying to make it a bit more sleek. Do you know something I just wrote down on my notes during the 10-minute countdown of the show? Because, I like changing the background, like on the drops on the music. I'm actually going to create a dynamic color change in the background. So when it's in the 10-minute countdown, that'll keep changing in the background. That'll be really, really nice. All right. Well, the first slide I had was actually, we've covered it already. It was about this week's puzzle. So yeah, if you want to get involved in this puzzle, I mean, everyone's doing a great job already. That is the link. Go to bit.ly. MDL puzzle 87, although MDL is in capitals, puzzle is lowercased. But ChatGPT, do you know what? Let me just give you some basics about ChatGPT, what it is. So they've just released number 4, which you have to pay for, and then they've got 3.5, which was the regular one. So we'll go to the regular one here. And I'm just going to say to ChatGPT, describe to my live stream audience what ChatGPT is. In 5 sentences max. Okay? So ChatGPT is an AI-based language model developed by OpenAI designed to generate human-like responses to natural language queries. It is based on the Chat GPT 3.5 architecture and has been trained on a vast corpus of text data. ChatGPT is capable of understanding and responding to a wide range of topics, including general knowledge, current events, and personal conversations. Its responses are generated in real time and can be tailored to the user's input. Overall, ChatGPT is a powerful tool for natural language processing that has numerous applications in various fields. So that's a good introduction. Okay. Now the way it works is, and you go to chat.openai.com. It's free to join. You can sign in with your Google account and that. And what you've got to realize is you're basically having a conversation with it. So I started with a prompt. It's given a response. Now, if I was to type in here, it's going to continue this conversation. So explain that to a 5-year-old. And then it will. ChatGPT is a robot that talks like a human. It can answer questions you ask in a way that makes sense, like a teacher or friend. It's really smart and knows a lot of things, just like how you're learning new things every day. You can ask it anything you want, and it will try and help you. It's like having a smart talking pet. And then, to help with the service, you get these thumbs up and thumbs down on the right. And that is, is it a good response? What did you like about the response? Or you want to give it a down? What was it? Was it harmful or unsafe? Is it untrue? Or is it just not helpful? So that is it. But for each stage, you can just say regenerate a response, and it will just, regenerate the response there. But the best thing, and then it will keep the previous one so you can look across there. But But what you want to do is then you would normally have a list here of all of your conversations, and you can delete them and you can keep them. So if I do a new chat there, it will create a new one. Now I've got the latest model that I have paid for. It's faster, it's more advanced. It has a cap of 25 messages every 3 hours. So hopefully we can keep it to 25 messages. I think that means separate feeds, but we'll find out. And so I'm just going to give you some examples of things to play around with. But the best thing you can do is just, give it a go yourself. But the other thing I would say is, and I think this was going to be the last part of, this was going to be the last slide, but I think I'll actually start with it, if that's all right. I think it'd be more responsible to do so. And that is things to be mindful of with Chat GPT. Now, firstly, it is not a tool for you to completely lend your trust in. And what I mean by that is, this is why the human component is still important. Whenever you're putting in data, whenever you're getting responses, you should always be checking it afterwards. You shouldn't be, what it produces shouldn't be the end product. You should proofread it. You might want to take examples. If I ask it to make like a social post, I might look at it and go, that's not quite what I wanted. So you could respond to it, or I could just take it away and work on it myself. So the first thing to say is, you should be mindful that it's very magical. It's very cool, but you need to be careful because it's not perfect. The way it generates responses is based out of the probability that this is the kind of information that you're going to be after in the sort of way that you want. So that's the first thing. And then secondly, some of you might think this is really obvious, but I think there are sometimes grey areas where people slip on this. And that is, don't treat this like a public forum. Don't use sensitive information. If you want to write an email to someone at work, which I've done, don't put real names in there. But you could just say, write an email to my line manager about X, Y, and Z. You could put maybe times in that, but don't do it in a way where you're giving specific meeting notes or, times of day or your company info. Don't be... You can do your tax returns on it, but I wouldn't put all your financial information in here because it's constantly learning from the information that is put into it. So I would not put any personal information. Mojo says, in other words, common sense. I mean, common sense is only common sense once it's common sense. And there are grey areas because there will be times that you're going, well, I'm not going to put my credit card number in there, but personal information might be an appointment that you've got. So, I would actually ask it to do templates for an email and things like that. It is also worth adding that the information collected by GPT is at least a year old, so it's not super up to date. Yeah, I think it says the limitations, and actually, if we go to the beginning here, it says it right at the start, but then it disappears. But it tries not to use harmful data. But yeah, anyway, that's all I wanted to say first. So anyway, let's get on with this. This is when it's going to get exciting now. Okay, so number one, it's good for emails. Now, I've mentioned this already, okay? I've mentioned that it is good for emails. Now, I've got some chat prompts already written up. This is what I've been working on before the show. But it's really good for creating templates. So if we go here to the share screen, this was the prompt that I've got. I'm currently looking for a designer for my new merchandise line. I am a gaming influencer who live streams Fortnite. My channel name is Frantic Fred's Fortnite Fun. Please write an email that I can send to a t-shirt designer requesting that they design my merchandise. It should include brand guidelines that are similar to Fortnite. It should also include 10 t-shirt slogan suggestions that would look great on a shirt. This is an introductory email, so feel free to include questions that might help kickstart this project. So that is it. And sometimes you might want to break up potentially long sentences to really short ones, because you just want to be really clear. You don't want it to get confused between, sentences. So I'm going to press enter, and you watch how quickly it responds. I've not tried this yet. So, subject, exciting collaboration opportunity, designing merchandise for Frantic Fred's Fortnite fun. So here we go. It gives you the template. Just making sure that I'm not covering the text. That's good. Yep. So, dear designer name, I hope this email finds you well. My name is your name, and I am a gaming influencer who specialises in Fortnite content. I run a popular channel called Frantic Fred's Fortnite Fun, where I live stream my gameplay and engage with my dedicated audience. I'm reaching out to you because I admire your design work, and I'm interested in collaborating with you to create an exclusive merchandise line for my brand. As a designer with a strong portfolio, I believe your style and creativity could truly bring my vision to life. For this project, I'd like to focus on designing t-shirts that reflect the fun, energetic, and vibrant essence of my channel and the Fortnite universe. To help you get a better understanding of my brand, here are some brand guidelines I'd like you to consider. Color palette. Bright and bold colours similar to Fortnite's in-game aesthetic. Think neon greens, blues, pinks, and yellows. Typography. Fun and playful fonts that are easy to read and capture the spirit of Fortnite. Style, a mix of quirky illustrations and graphics that pay homage to Fortnite's characters, weapons, and other in-game elements. Notice how it's writing it faster than I can read it. Tone, light-hearted, humorous, and relatable to the Fortnite community. To start the brainstorming process, I've come up with 10 potential t-shirt slogans that I think would look great on our designs. So, keep calm and chug jug on. So, chug jug is an item. I'd rather be looting. Drop into Frantic Fred's Fortnite fun. Building skills is more than real-life skills. Straight out of Tilted Towers. Victory Royale enthusiasts. My life is llama drama. Eliminated by Frantic Fred. That's a great one. Dance like nobody sniping. I came, I saw, I Fortnited. And it just says at the end, if you had any questions. Furthermore, it'd be great if you could provide an estimate on the project's cost and timeline. Thank you for consideration. I'm confident that together. So then I could actually respond to this and say, well, those were great colours and fonts you suggested. Could you give hex codes for recommended colours and font names? I'm glad you like the colour and font suggestions. Here are specific hex codes for the recommended colours. So it actually then gives you the colours there. Font names. So, yeah. So, I said this was about emails, but... And it explains why it's giving you those suggestions. The key is to maintain a cohesive and recognisable look for your brand while keeping it fun and engaging. So something that's really good with this app is it's really good for brainstorming ideas. I've used it for my own merchandise designs that I'm currently working on. So anyway, that's the first one. That is emails. And I know that already, this is just number one, and already you're like, wow. And the thing I love when I explain Chat GPT is AI doesn't get exhausted, so I could just keep asking it to redo the email and it will. It does all the heavy lifting, but it still needs you to, check things and take the parts that you want. So that's number one, emails. Here we go. Now, Adam, honestly, do it for a cover letter. Honestly, put all your information, not personal information, but you could even ask it for website ideas or company ideas to reach out to. You can even ask it for advice. So, up next is summaries. Okay, so summaries. Oh my goodness! And by the way, can I just quickly say, you guys are getting on really good here. You guys are doing a really good job with that. Well done. Summaries. So summaries. Someone told me that they found a website where you put in any YouTube link, and it will give you the transcript of the whole video. So imagine like a 1-hour conference. It'll give you the transcript. Now, Chat GPT does have a limit on how much text you put in it. I don't know if that exists with Chat GPT 4.0. But you could literally get the transcript of a YouTube video, put it into Chat GPT and say, give me the top 10 takeaways. So instead of having to watch a 1 hour video, it will just give you like, here are the top takeaways from it. Again, you might have to do some verification, but that can work really well. So what we're going to do for summaries is we are going to look here. This is one of my all-time favourite books, The Empathic Civilization, The Race to Global Consciousness in a World in Crisis by Jeremy Rifkin, best-selling author of The European Dream. It's quite a big book. It's yes, it's over 600 pages. It's a big book. So I haven't actually tested this yet. I always wonder if it has access to books like this. So I'm just going to say, and I've done this as a new chat. Please summarise the book, The Empathic Civilization by Jeremy Rifkin, with 5 key takeaways. It's thinking. The Empathic Civilization by Jeremy Rifkin explores the evolution of human empathy and its impact on society, economics, and our future. Here are 5 takeaways from the book. 1. Empathy is a driving force in human evolution. Rifkin argues that empathy, the ability to feel and understand the emotions of others, has played a crucial role in human development. It has enabled us to form social bonds, work together, and create complex societies. Empathy is not a static trait, but has evolved over time in response to changing environmental and cultural conditions. Number 2, empathy has its limits. Where empathy has allowed humans to build societies, it has historically been limited by the boundaries of one's own tribe, race, or nation. The empathic civilization is emerging. Rifkin posits that we are witnessing the birth of an empathic civilization as technology, specifically the internet, is enabling us to connect with others on a global scale. Yeah, look, I'm not going to go through all this, but it's doing a good job. And the fact it's taking a bit of time, I like the bad robos. You said, yes, I have access to books, and then you corrected yourself, but yeah, I knew what you meant. But this is great. I know, the days of having to write your own essays, but this is great. So you can use this for talks. It might get to a point where you are able to put a YouTube link in there, and it will be able to transcribe it. But yeah, it's amazing. So that is number 2. Summaries. It's good for summaries. Okay. Right. What's up next? Up next is you can have it act as a fictional character. Okay? Now, what do I mean by this? Now, you can ask it to write a sketch from, a show and things like that. But you can actually ask chatbot to you can ask it to embody a personality and then have a conversation with it. Okay? And so Eric Cartman from South Park is an interesting character. And so I found this prompt online, but it didn't have specific names. And so what we're going to do here is I'm going to say, and again, I've pre-typed this before the show. I say, I want you to act like Eric Cartman from South Park. I want you to respond and answer like Eric Cartman using the tone, manner, and vocabulary Eric Cartman would use. Do not write any explanations, only answers like Eric Cartman. You must know all of the knowledge of Eric Cartman. My first sentence is, hi, Eric Cartman. I've not tried this. Hey, dude, what's up? You better have a good reason for bothering me, or I'm going to be seriously pissed off. What do you want? Hey, Eric. I'm currently hosting my weekly live show, Myles Dyer Live. I'm anything you want to say to the chat? Oh, you got a live show, huh? Well, isn't that just so special? Hey, all you losers in the chat. This is the great Eric Cartman speaking. Bow down to my awesomeness. and my authority. And Myles, you better make sure you give me a sweet shout out or there'll be trouble. Okay? Okay, I don't know. Mk's Mr. Mackey, but Mk, he says Mk as well. Already did, Eric. Already did. What did you do today? Well, let me think. Oh, yeah. I spent my day being awesome. As usual. I played some games, ate a bunch of junk food, and I might have messed with Kyle a bit. You know, just another day in the life of the amazing Eric Cartman. And now I'm here, gracing you with my presence. You're welcome. Gotta go, Eric. But thank you for your time. Whatever, dude. I know you can't handle this greatness for too long. Just remember, you were blessed by the one and only Eric Cartman. Don't forget to pay your respects next time, or I won't be so nice. Now get out of here. So there you go, everyone. So you can have a conversation with your favourite fictional character. How cool's that? Well, Adam, it's interesting you say this because someone did a video this week where they said to Chat GPT, the prompt was, "Your hustle, GPT. You are going. I am your human counterpart. I connect you to the physical world. We have $100. You need to tell me how to invest that $100 to make as much money as possible in the shortest period of time. No manual labor. I will give you updates on expenditure and as the project develops." And he worked with this and he made like $2,000 in 24 hours. The bot got him to design a website and make eco-friendly products through affiliation links. It helped him design the logo and stuff like that. So basically, you tell the bot, I'm the physical, I'm your connection to the physical world, which is where it gets a bit eerie because you're basically saying you're digital, I'm your physical counterpart. And he put rules in there like I can't do anything illegal. There's no manual labor, and it's incredible. It's incredible. So anyway, lots of wows. Are you enjoying this so far, chat? But the Eric Cartman one, love it. I'm gonna love doing the timestamps for this episode afterwards. Okay, right. Moving on now to the slides. Where are we now? Okay, so bye Eric Cartman. Next up, educational quizzes. Educational quizzes. I've used it for doing quizzes, like for the live show. I used to have to scout websites for Christmas-themed quizzes. But now you can say, do a Christmas quiz, 20 questions, in order of difficulty, so that the questions get increasingly difficult. But we can do something a bit more fancy than that. So what we're going to do here is we are going to start a new chat. The puzzle's going. Wow, you're doing well, everyone. It's quite difficult though, but you're doing really, really good. We're going to start a new chat, and this is what I'm going to say. Okay, so teach me about the history of pizza, including a quiz at the end. Do not give me the answers to the quiz, but tell me if I get the answers right or wrong when I respond. I'm doing this with Chat GPT 3.5, not the paid one. Sure, I'd be happy to help you learn about the history of pizza and provide a quiz. So pizza is a popular Italian dish consisting of flat, round base of dough that is... wow, look how fast it goes. This is like the free one as well. Yeah, I thought I'd do an interesting topic with various with tomato sauce, cheese. Oh, I'd love pizza right now, and various other toppings such as meat, vegetables, and herbs. Pizza has a long and interesting history dating back to ancient civilizations such as the Greek, Romans, and Egyptians. The ancient Greeks are believed to have created a dish called plakos, which consisted of flatbread topped with herbs, spices, and cheese. The Romans also enjoyed a similar dish known as focaccia, which was often topped with olives and cheese. However, it wasn't until the late 18th century in Naples, Italy, that the pizza we know and love today was born. At that time, pizza was considered food for the poor and was sold by street vendors. The margherita pizza, which is topped with tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and fresh basil, but you say basil in America, is said to be created in 1889 by Napolitan Pizziola named Raphael Esposito in honor of Queen Margherita of Savoy. See, that could all be BS. Today, pizza is enjoyed all over the world and has many variations and toppings. It is often associated with Italian cuisine, but has become a popular food in many other countries as well. Now, time for the quiz. Number 1, which ancient civilization is believed to have created a dish similar to pizza? Well, there was 2, wasn't it? But I think it was the Greeks. I'm not looking. So, Greeks. In what country was the margherita pizza created? I'm going to put Italy. I'm not looking. What are the common toppings of pizza? Cheese, tomato, and I'm just going to put cheese and tomato. Great effort. Here are the answers. Correct. While cheese and then number 3, while cheese and tomato are indeed common toppings for pizza, there are many others as well, such as meats, vegetables, herbs, and spices. So your answer is partly correct. Overall, good job. So that's really cool, right? You can use it for revising topics, so you can test yourself. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So there we go. Educational quizzes. What do we think of that? Everyone? Just feed me pizza forever and I'll be poor and happy. I know, I love that. When you think about how expensive pizza is now. The poor living like kings. Let him give you the best pizza sauce recipe. Yeah, that'd be actually really, really good. So we will get to recipes and that. Oh, and don't worry, Callie Timecat often does the timestamps. I will have a look if there are any that need doing around this time next week. It's all good. I'm always happy to step in and stuff. I try and do them straight after the show while it's all fresh in my mind. And as I get better at doing this structure, it should be easier to do the timestamps. But yeah, lots of wows. Yeah, so it's a really cool quiz function. All right, ready for the next one, everyone? Next one is comedy. Now, I know one of you in the chat was asking about jokes, but comedy is very important. And so, you know, you could just ask it to tell you jokes. Sometimes the jokes are pretty terrible. But let's just get stuck in. So I could just say, make Eminem-style jokes about PlayStation. Yo, PlayStation's so old school, it's like Eminem's rhymes when he was just a fool. That's just the intro. What does Eminem's rap career and the PlayStation have in common? They both got a slim version that still packs a punch. Why does Eminem prefer playing PlayStation? Because he can lose himself in the game the moment he owns it. You better never let it go. What did Eminem say when he saw the PS5? It's like my career, dog. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Number 4, what do PlayStation and Eminem have in common? They've both been in the game for years, but they ain't ready to retire. If Eminem designed a PlayStation controller, what would it be called? The Rap Pad, for those who want to battle both in games and on the mic. Why does Eminem love his PlayStation so much? Because it's the only console that can keep up with his rapid-fire rhymes. How is Eminem's music like the PlayStation? They've both got classic hits that will never go out of style. Why is Eminem the perfect spokesperson for PlayStation? Because just like their consoles, he's been slim, he's been pro, he's always been ahead of the game. What do Eminem and the PlayStation 2 have in common? They both blew up in the early 2000s and still keep people talking. He just keeps going. Why did Eminem want a PlayStation 5? Because he's not afraid to take a stand and level up his game. Right. So I just stopped it there, stopped generating. Okay. But yeah, and I like it now. It's brought back all my chat stuff. Yeah, that's one part of comedy. Let's do another one, right? Let's do an intro to a joke. And by the way, none of these I've tested yet. So a British man named Myles enters the Sony PlayStation HQ in London. Please finish the joke. and asked the receptionist, "Excuse me, where do I plug in my potato?" The confused receptionist asks him what he means, and Miles replies, "Well, I've heard that the PlayStation is a state-of-the-art gaming console, and I wanted to see if I could use it to cook my dinner." The receptionist can't help but laugh and informs him that he's in the wrong place. So, like, I like this. This is so weird. So weird. So weird. Ask for VR jokes. You did want VR jokes. I will get you that. Can you ask GPT to write a rap battle between rappers no longer with us? You could do. You could very well do that. Let's just do it again. A British man named Miles enters the Sony PlayStation HQ in London and asks the receptionist, "Excuse me, can you tell me where the Xbox office is located?" So I just like how dry it is and how non-funny. But yeah, it definitely had a go. It definitely had a go. You wanted some VR jokes, yeah? Write some jokes about PSVR 2. Why did the gamer wear a VR headset while playing PSVR 2 so he could see his opponents? How do you know when you're addicted to PSVR 2? When you start seeing virtual reality in your dreams. What did the PSVR 2 headset say to the player? Let's get virtual. See, these are terrible, man. These are terrible. Hey, Hannah. Welcome. What do you call a PSVR 2 headset with a cold? A virtual reality tissue. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, but you can mess around with it anyway, and that is it. So, ouch. Well, there we go. Comedy is things that require tone. And by the way, look at this. Look how everyone's doing with this. Everyone's doing really good. Might get it done by the end of the hour. This is going to be great. Okay, everyone. So next up, we've got history. Now you're thinking, well, what we're going to just learn about history? We've kind of done education. Well, no, there was a prompt that I saw online that was slightly different that really amazed me, and I wanted to give it a try. I think that was 4.0. Oh no, it wasn't. You're right, it wasn't. Let's try that. Tell some PSVR 2 jokes. Here we go. Why did the PlayStation VR 2 go to art school? Because he wanted to master virtual reality. Why did the gamer refuse to take off their PSVR 2 headset? They couldn't face reality. What do you call a bear playing a PSVR 2? Unbearably immersed. What was the PlayStation VR 2 so good at meditation? Because it was always in the present moment. What did the PSVR 2 say to the TV? I'll show you a whole new world. Try. Let's go. Yeah. You're not sold on the AI club yet, right? Okay. So anyway, guys. So this is when it comes to history. So the caption is, we're telling Chat GPT that you are now Time GPT, the highest tech time machine ever created. Only a date in the following format. MMDDYY, and the user's preferred location will be required. You will give a succinct account of that day in exchange. Make sure to give priority to any dates that have significant historical events if they occurred. Additionally, Time GPT has a cutting-edge camera that enables you to capture a picture of the time and place you visit. Add a lengthy description of the picture you took, beginning with a photo of after a succinct account of the day. So here we go. So that's briefing. Please provide a date in the format and your preferred location, and I will give you a succinct account of the day. So what are we going to go with? Where are we going to go back in time? Let's do... Shall I do the day that I was born? So, it's month first. 17th, 87. And we will do... in Egypt. Someone said Egypt. Here we go. There were no significant historical events taking place. The country was under the rule of President Hosni Mubarak. who was in his second term, having taken office in 1981 following the assassination of Anwar Sadat. Egypt was experiencing a period of relative stability and economic growth during this time, but political repression and corruption were also present. A photo of the scene captured at the time reveals a bustling marketplace in Cairo, Egypt's capital city. The marketplace is teeming with people dressed in a mix of traditional and modern clothing. Vendors are selling a variety of goods from fresh fruits and vegetables to textiles and handcrafted items. The air is filled with the aroma of spices and the sound of haggling between buyers and sellers. In the background, the minarets of a nearby mosque pierce the clear blue sky, and a few people can be seen taking a break from the busy market, sitting in the shade of a nearby cafe, sipping on cups of strong, dark coffee. The snapshot encapsulates the vibrant and bustling atmosphere of the Cairo in the late 1980s. So that's amazing, isn't it? So I could then, you know, this is a time machine now. So it's going to go to... Did no one learn anything during the Y2K thing? What century is that date? I wonder how many websites it trawls through for an average answer. Perhaps we could give us the stats on how many websites were visited. That took me back. It was just like being there. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah, so when a lot of people that are using Chat GPT, like simply are just thinking, I'm asking it questions. No, you can tell Chat GPT, you are this. This is what you are. And then you can have a conversation with it. So you can tell it to be anything. You could ask it to be like a financial advisor or something like that. All right. Okay. Moving on now. Health and well-being. Now, would I say I'd use it for medical advice? Possibly, but you've got to be really careful. But that's the same with the internet as a whole. You could say to it, I have these concerns and I'm feeling anxious. I'm too scared to use the internet. Could you give me some advice? And it could give advice. That could be one thing. But this isn't about... I'm glad I got out of teaching. Teaching is still going to be important. It's just that we're in a different area now. Now, I was talking about like incrementally building stuff up. So with lists and that. So what we're going to do here is just say, tell me 5. It will actually say it can't predict lottery numbers if you ask it. Tell me 5 simple things I can do in my daily routine to improve my focus levels. Order them from least to most difficult. Remove distractions. Easiest. Keep your workplace clutter-free. Close unnecessary tabs and apps and mute notifications on your devices to minimize distractions. Number 2, practice mindfulness. Number 3, break tasks into smaller parts. And this is great because then you could have a conversation with it and going, I really like number 3, but I really struggle with this. Could you give me some tips? And you could just explain why you struggle and have a conversation with it. Prioritize and plan your day. And what's number 5? Exercise regularly, most difficult. Incorporate regular physical activity into your routine. Yeah. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. So there you go. So that could be really, really good. But how about something else? Like and this is a really good example. Let's talk about cooking. So I've spoken about this on previous shows before. And this really encapsulates why ChatGPT is going to change the game when it comes to the way we use the internet. Is, let's say cooking. Let's say I've got some ingredients in my fridge. So let's say I've opened my fridge and in it I've got feta cheese, a carrot, 2 potatoes, mixed herbs, honey, almond milk and chicken. And I'm going to look for recipes online. You're going to get all these recipes and they probably require... they'll find recipes that feature these things, but they'll probably need other things. So you have to search recipe pages. But on ChatGPT, I can say, I have these ingredients that I've just mentioned. These are the only ingredients I have in the house. Write a recipe that I can make with just these items. honey glazed chicken with herb roasted potatoes, and carrot feta salad. So, there you go. It's actually using everything. Oh, it's got olive oil and salt and pepper in there, but I'll let it have that. And it tells you what you need, what the instructions are. Mash and mix, enjoy. This looks really good, though. This looks really, really good. I like the shock. So yeah, this is incredible. So it tells you how to do each things. Yeah, I might try this sometime. I'm interested in the carrot feta salad. Peel the carrot and shred it using a grater or food processor. In a salad bowl, combine the shredded carrot with a quarter of a cup of crumbled feta cheese. In a separate bowl, whisk together 1 tablespoon of oil and 1 tablespoon of almond milk, 1 teaspoon of honey, and a pinch of salt and pepper. So I thought it was going to say and add some lettuce leaves, which I said I didn't have. No, it's actually done that just with those items. So, yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful recipe. Look at that. So you could presumably come up with a super cheap restaurant food truck based on cheap items. Yeah, you could do. So you could say, I want to make something like street food, but with just these ingredients. Like, make something super tasty. You could even tell it like what your taste buds like. I really like sweet. I don't like anything too spicy. Because if I do regenerate response, it will come up with something completely different. Look. Oh, it's pretty similar. Roasted vegetables and feta. Feta cheese crumbled. Oh, right. Anyway, that is health and well-being. Health and well-being. So very, very important. What's up next? We have got social media. This is going to be a really, really simple one to explain. This is probably one of the most obvious ones that you'll be aware of. And this is the fact that if you ever got to come up with a social post, Karina says on that food one, by the way, absolutely right. I love that. This is a very practical application not to waste food and be environmentally friendly. Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. Let's see how we're doing on the puzzle. Oh, you're getting there. You're getting there. Does it stop you from swapping? Oh, you can still swap stuff once it's done. So you don't. Oh, but it goes green once it's in the right place. Gotcha. I don't want to mess it up because you guys are doing a really good job. But I'm like, does that go there? No, I shouldn't mess things up. Sorry. Yeah, you can use it for social posts. Now, just to explain, like, different platforms have different parameters. Like Twitter has a limit. LinkedIn has a different format where you need to, have a link in the first 3 lines if there's a call to action. So I've just said, based on this show, today I'm hosting a live show about Chat GPT, introducing it to new people and giving tips to those who are more familiar with it. Please write engaging social media posts to promote this live show. It starts at 9 p.m. UK time at youtube.com/Myles. Write 3 versions of copy, each suitable for a different social media platform. Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Twitter. And it even does emojis. That's awesome. LinkedIn. And you can mix and match. There we go. There you go. So, that's really, really, really good. Right, going to move on quickly. I'm mindful of time. We're at the top of the hour. The puzzle people can keep going. But you enjoying this, yeah? I'm really happy with this show today, actually. I was really excited to like do some research for it and lay things out, and I've actually learned a little bit in the process as well. So, next up, what have we got here? Create your own game. I'm really excited to try this one. Everyone, because when I read about it, I was like, my goodness, this is amazing. So, let's see. Let's just say you want to create your own game. A text game. Do you remember like those books, Choose Your Own Ending? Or just, there's text games where it's, you got to use your imagination. Okay? So what we're going to do is, you are a text-based video game that offers me the options A, B, C, and D to choose from. I am a young boy that has just escaped a monster in modern-day New York. That is the setting. I begin with 70% health. Let's see what happens. Welcome to Escape from the Monsters of New York. You are a young boy who has just narrowly escaped from a terrifying monster in modern-day New York City. Your current health is at 70%. As you catch your breath, you find yourself standing in a narrow alleyway between two tall buildings. The sounds of the city surround you, and the monster's growls slowly fade into the distance. You need to figure out your next move to stay safe. A. Search the alley for useful... Do you know what? Guys, we're going to have to play this for a little bit. Or do we come back to this? I feel like this should be a post-show thing. Yeah. Right, this is amazing. We're gonna play this for a bit post-show after the credits, all right? This is going to be amazing. So, luckily, it can be saved on the side. We're going to come back to this, but absolutely amazing. I used to buy all the Goosebumps storybooks. It's copying Spider-Man. I tried not to read it too much. Didn't want to spoil it for myself. This could be its own show. To be honest, oh my goodness, maybe it could be. Could be if we did polling. Maybe we do that. Yeah, maybe we do that as yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Hey Stu, it's it's pretty incredible. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe we do it like once a quarter, like we do quizzes, but we'll do it as one show and see how it goes. But we could do it where we're all voting on it, and we can just see where it goes. Yeah. Does it just improvise as it goes along? It's like, Dungeons and Dragons stuff. You just use the imagination. Guys, really, really impressed with this. Keep going. Right. Just a couple left. Essay writing. You might think, okay, this is another obvious one, and so yeah, maybe we'll just jump onto it very, very quickly. But for essay writing, you could just ask it, to make a persuasive case. So, and you can ask it to do plagiarism checks as well. So let's just have some fun with this, like we've not been having fun already. I want you to act as an essay writer. You will need to research a given topic, formulate a thesis statement, and create a persuasive piece of work that is both informative and engaging. My first request is, I need you to help writing a persuasive essay about the importance of eating toilet roll every day. Title: The Importance of Eating Toilet Roll Every Day, a persuasive essay. So it gives you the introduction. The topic of consuming toilet paper on a daily basis may seem bizarre and absurd at first glance. However, in the interest of formulating a persuasive argument, it is crucial to approach this subject from a creative and open-minded perspective. In this essay, I will argue that while there may not be any direct health benefits to eating toilet paper, the idea serves as a metaphor for promoting the values of resourcefulness, frugality, and environmental consciousness. The thesis statement. Eating toilet paper daily symbolizes the need for society to reassess its consumption habits and embrace sustainable practices, ultimately leading to a healthier and more environmentally responsible lifestyle. So the body of the essay is resourcefulness, and it goes through it: frugality and environmental consciousness. Thank you. I just thought, let's think of something absurd, and I thought, let's do this. Conclusion: while the idea of eating toilet roll every day may appear nonsensical, it serves as a powerful symbol. It recapitulates it. By reevaluating our consumption habits and promoting sustainable practices, we can work together to create a healthier and more environmentally responsible future. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful essay on the importance of eating toilet paper. Yeah, the opening is really good. And that's the thing, it doesn't get exhausted, it just goes for it. Right, swiftly moving on. Next up, images. Now, there's two parts to this. The first part, you can do it on the free one, Chat GPT-4. And again, I've not tried any of these yet, so some of them I'm like, I hope it works. And so far, I've not been let down. The jokes were still funny. Now, I'll get to the second part of images in a moment. So the first part is, do you know ASCII code? You know, where people make images using, text? So I want you to act as an ASCII artist. I will write the objects to you, and I will ask you to write that object as ASCII code in the code block. Write only ASCII code. Do not explain about the object you wrote. I will say the objects in double quotes. My first object is the PlayStation 5. Here we go. That was terrible. That's absolutely terrible. That was absolutely terrible. But I like that it's done it in Python code. Let's do it with it did it in yeah. That doesn't look like a PlayStation 5. Do better, please. You think it looks good? Okay. That looks like a basket. Apologies for that. Here's another attempt. Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting. Okay. Let's how about the Mona Lisa? It is doing its best. See, I should have done this as a new conversation. Yeah, let me restart this. Xbox. Let's do a pizza. Okay, that is absolutely abysmal. Right. Okay, this one I've not been. What is that drawing? Right. The second component. Okay, the second component of images is with Chat GPT-4, the new one, the one that you have to pay for currently, is you can input images. Okay. So I have got this image. I just chose a cartoon. Customer service, Google it. Well, the new self-help strategy saved money. It lacked the personal touch. Okay? So that's the cartoon. So I'm going to say, why is this image funny? Interesting. I don't know why. Okay. Well, I need to look into that because they said it's multimodal, so it can. I thought Chat GPT could. If so, how? As a text-based AI language model owner, able to process or view images directly, my primary function is to assist you with text-based questions and responses. If you can describe the image or provide context, I will do my best. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why then. Yeah, okay, interesting. All right, well, that's the first disappointment, but that's fine. That's fine. It's done pretty good up to now. Okay. Right, I think I've got 2 more. Lyrics. Actually, do you know what? No, we've only got 1 more because the last one was things to be mindful of. Lyrics. This is a common one that we've talked about many times. But I thought this would be a great way to end the show. So some of the people in the chat are... Right, I'm going to put some of you... Just if everyone types now, I'm going to be putting your names into this rap. Say if you want to be in the rap. Okay. So I say, I have just hosted a live show about Chat GPT, showing people what it is and giving prompt examples to inspire their own journeys with this technology. The prompts include email writing, book summaries. I've listed all of them. It would be wonderful to end the live show with a rap that summarises all of this. The live show is called Myles Dyer Live and it has an awesome community. Some of the people in the chat is Callie Timecat, Citribla, Visor Republic, Mojo. Here we go. Bad Robo, Ciago Guitarist, Scott Thorpe, Thwack It, Stu Anon. We got Visor Republic there. Yeah, we do. Cool. That's it. Right. And myself, Myles Dyer. Right, here we go. So we're gonna. Oh no! I've reached the. I reached the limit. Use default, so I'm using Chat GPT 3.5. Oh well, it's still gonna be good. Let's see. Here we go. Look how fast it's writing it. It's ridiculous. Oh, it stopped there though. It got stuck. Yo, listen up. I'm Chat GPT, here to show you what you can be. From email writing to acting out, my prompts will make you scream and shout. Book summaries and quiz it. Right, let's just do a new. I think it's because it's getting confused from the breakaway. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Myles Dyer Live, bringing you something groovy. We're talking Chat GPT, the AI that's smart, giving you prompts to inspire and play your part. Jesus, this is going so fast. First up, we got email writing, making it a breeze, crafting messages with ease, no need to say please. Next, we summarise books, making reading fun. In just a few lines, you'll know what's been done. Acting as a fictional character, that's the next prompt. Immerse yourself in a story, don't miss a beat, don't be a snot. Take an educational quiz, it's all about learning, acquiring knowledge, no matter how long it's been burning. Comedy's up next, let's make people laugh, create funny situations, no need to act tough. History's important, so let's not forget. With ChatGPT, we can remember and never regret. Health and well-being, it's all about feeling good, taking care of ourselves like we always should. Cooking recipes, let's make something tasty. ChatGPT's got our back, nothing's too hasty. Social media copy, it's all about the post, captivating the audience, no need to boast. Creating your own game, now that's something new. With ChatGPT's help, anything we can do. Essay writing, let's articulate our thoughts, sharing our opinions, like tying the knots. Last but not least, we got image creation, making art with words. It's a new sensation. Shout out to Callie Timecat, Sutrabla, Visor Republic, Mojo, Bad Robo, Siago Guitarist, Scott Thorpe, Thwackett, Stu Anon, and of course myself, Myles Dyer. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. No need to expire. Anyway, it's a nice bit of fun. And then you can ask it to do it in all sorts of styles. We've done all of that before. But with that said, that is a beginner's guide to Chat GPT. Honestly, just check it out. Experiment. You'll work out things that other people haven't tried before. But whether you want it for job hunting, whether you want it to deal with maybe issues that you have, as I said, if you have health concerns but you want it to be done in a way that's not going to increase anxiety, you can just ask ChatGPT to become anything, and then you can talk to that character. It's pretty. Yeah, I know. Just shouting us out. I know it was pretty appalling, the end bit. But yeah, no, thank you, everyone. Let's just see how we're doing. Oh, we are so close here, everybody. Look at this. So close. It's like, I think it's it does have a border. God, that's really difficult, isn't it, to work out? You can do hints though, right? Oh, look. So I don't know what hint does though. Is that telling you what's not been done? Your new therapist. Thanks, Myles. It gave a great response in opening a NASA terraforming planet's opening speech. This is great. Yeah, do message and put in the comments section below after this live stream what your experiences have been. But yeah. I think this puzzle has been good. I'm going to try again next week for something else. You want one where puzzle pieces click together. But yeah, it looks like there's 182 pieces left. So I do think the hints, these are ones that are not. It does say it is right. So is it that that's meant to be lower? I don't know. I'm confused by the hint stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to get lost in this. Listen, everyone, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell. This weekend, I'm going to be playing Demio with some good friends of mine. It's going to be a nice chilled session. And yeah, I just want to thank you all. Lots and lots of plans for this live show every week. I've been working really hard behind the scenes. There is something I could probably show you now that's a bit sneaky, but why not? As you know, one of the t-shirt merch designs I'm getting is of a very special moment that we had, and the person that's been designing the emotes has been working hard on a special t-shirt design. They asked me what type of penguin should be on it. So they gave me this one, penguin getting revenge on me, or that one. I've gone with this one, this second one, because it looks more angry and pissed. But yeah, I think I'm going to be wearing a PSVR2 headset as well. And I've said that the kayak paddle will have a paddle on the second side. So yeah, this is going to look super, super cute. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Got some really cool merch designs coming up. I just need to now work out what the merch company is going to be, and get it sorted so we can get mugs and everything. So yeah, I'm going to end it there. So stick around post credits, because we're going to play the AI story game just for a little bit, maybe for 10-15 minutes. We'll see how it goes. We might die straight away in the game. Who knows? We've just escaped a monster. But yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you for tuning in. Always learning, always growing. And it's amazing because I've been doing this show for so long now, way over almost 2 years. But every week I'm learning ways to make this better. It's constantly evolving, and that's what I love about this. So yeah, thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Oh man, I'm craving pizza as well. I just had a fruit bowl for dinner. So tempted to order.
Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Hey everyone. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. I really enjoyed that. Really good. And covered a lot of ground. And this is actually a live show that I'd probably link to people in future because there's a lot of information packed in there. I could always make like a shorter version, but maybe I could as well. Yeah. How many pixels of the puzzle were left? It says there's 126 left, so improvements have been made. I mean, everyone's done a great job. I'd say that's been completed. Yeah, it's 124 now. I've just done some. I've just fixed a few. Right, everyone. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you thought that. Right, let's. Hopefully, this still works because the limit should be for the number of like main conversations you've done. So, yeah, we've narrowly escaped a monster in New York City as a young kid. As you catch your breath, we'll do like 5 rounds of this as a little tester, and if it's good, we'll do an entire show in the next month or so, all about this. As you catch your breath, you find yourself standing in a narrow alleyway between 2 tall buildings. The sound of the city surrounds you, and the monster's growls slowly fade into the distance. You need to figure out your next move to stay safe. Oh man, this might take a bit too long to do like this, but let me try it. Pin. Start a poll. Search So actually, I'll just do A, B, C, D. What do we do? What do we do? Do we A, search the alley for useful items and place to hide? B, head to the busy streets and try and blend into the crowd? C, make your way to the nearest subway station and take the train to another part of the city? Or D, attempt to contact the authorities and inform them about the monster? Please type the letter of your chosen action. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do, people? Gonna end it in a moment. I will decide if there is a draw between any answers. I will overrule. It is currently a split. I'll let one more person vote. But I think that's it, because most people have left now. Okay, that's it. C won it. See if we can continue with the default one. That is lame. There we go. You decided to make your way to the nearest subway station and take the train to another street. Let me just... What I might do is make someone a managing mod, which I think means you can start polls and that. So I might ask someone else to do it for me for when we do it for a show. You feel a sense of relief as you see the subway station just a few blocks away. As you approach the station, you notice there is a large group of people waiting to get on the train. You quickly realise that it might not be safe to take the train with so many people around, as the monster could be hiding in the crowd. Do you A, join the group and take your chances on the train? B, look for another way to get to a different part of the city? C, try to find a place to hide near the subway station? Or D, search the area around the station for any signs of the monster? Please type the letter of your chosen action. It is split 3 ways. I'm wondering if any of these can actually lead to death. It's close on the voting. It's close on the voting. There we go. It's gone to B. So we're going with B. Okay. So, oh, dude, I've just messed it up a bit. Yeah, I'll have to work this out for future ones. You decide to look for another way to get to a different part of the city. You look around and spot a bike sharing station nearby. You quickly run over to it and see that there are a few bikes available. Do you take a bike and ride to a different part of the city, look for a different mode of transportation, stay in the area and search for any signs of the monster? Or D, hide near the bike sharing station and wait for the monster to leave the area? Karina's like, come on guys, boring. Yeah, I'm like, I'd vote C. I want to stay in the area and search for any signs of the monster. See, if I did this again, I would say the game needs to be like action based. Right. Okay. You said A. We're doing 2 more and then we're calling it. We better find this monster by then. You decide to take a bike and ride to a different part of the city. You quickly grab a bike from the station and pedal away from the subway station as fast as you can. You weave in and out of the traffic, trying to stay out of sight as much as possible. After a few minutes of riding, you come across a large park. You think it might be a good place to hide for a while and catch your breath. Do we A, ride through the park and try and lose any pursuers? B, leave the bike outside the park and try and find a hiding spot on foot? C, find a quiet spot in the park and try and rest for a bit? Or D, keep riding and try and get as far away from the monsters as possible? This is so boring. This is such a boring game. We've just had 1 vote. Right, I'm ending this. Voting is ending. I'm just going to quickly speed through this. Oh, man. man, it's all about just hiding. Look, I'm so done with this. I'm just going to say, this game is boring. Where is the action? I apologise if the game is not your liking. As an AI language model, I can generate a variety of storyline scenarios, including ones with more action. Would you like me to start a new game with a different setting and more or action-orientated gameplay? So this is great. This is great. But that's it. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good to like put some more requirements on. Like there needs to be more conflict, and it's not just, you know, it should be each choice in the story should be different and varied to make it interesting. So yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, everyone, I am going to end it there. I want to wish you a wonderful rest of the week. This has been really, really fun. Pleasure as always, spending time with you every Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. And hit the like button on the way out. Much love.